We're here at the Bluegrass Stockyards in Lexington, where we were able to speak with Chief Operating Officer Jim Akers about the new features that this stockyard has, as well as what to expect with coming sales.
This is Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero sugar, 0 calories, but max Pepsi taste. It's okay to get emotional. We know just how you feel.
It's the beginning of our second week. Nice run of cattle, big crowd of people, and we're just excited to be in here. Got a lot of bugs worked out from our opening day this time last week, and things are going smooth. It's a whole new concept, and we got 20 plus other businesses in here with us, from commodity brokerage, local meat market, auction and real estate, transportation companies, hay and straw. We got a full service restaurant, an education center, working Western wear store, and then a myriad of other businesses in what we call our pop-up market. Everything from nutrition companies to farm equipment, software, you name it, general farm supply. And then we've also got 2 of the major order buying firms here in Central Kentucky that have got offices here in the yards as well. We've built 3 new stockyards in the last 10 years, Stanford and then Albany and now this one. And you'd like to think you learn something each and every time you do that. And designing this one was a kind of a committee process. A couple, 3 of our owners that have got a lot of experience, Jim Doss there in Richmond, David Holt in Stanford, myself, and a lot of our guys that work on the ground every day, collaborated to try to do this one as right as we possibly could. It's designed for efficiency, everything from unloading the trucks to moving the cattle through the yards. We've got more hay and water facilities than any yard in the eastern United States to be able to do a good job of taking care of folks' cattle and controlling shrink. It's a good work environment, it's comfortable, and it's just a real pleasure. And it's the neat thing is it's working like we hoped it would. We tried really hard to create some ties back to the old place. The brick here in the main hallway, as well as in the museum and part of the classroom, is the actual floor of the oldest part of the old yards. It was the old Swift buying station built around 1900. So you're standing on roughly 120-year-old brick, and we were able to salvage about half of them after the fire and have got them in those places here. The design of the sale ring was also modeled directly off of the old one, and it's been kind of neat to watch people walk in, especially some of the old customers, walk into that sale ring and realize it's just exactly like the old one, as close as we could anyway. And it's been neat. It's been neat. We wanted to get this place opened up before the fall runs hit. It could have been disastrous to have walked in here the middle of October, with 3,000, 3,500, 4,000 head runs and a new crew and a new facility. So we pushed to get open in early September. So hopefully we'd have 2, 3, 4 weeks of selling with just normal runs. And we had a big run last week for the grand opening. We had almost 2,700 on Monday and came back with about 1,500 on Tuesday, plus another 1,500 internet cattle. It was a little bit of a push getting everybody settled in, but we managed real well, not a lot of problems. And we've tweaked a lot of things since last Monday, and things are running really smooth today. We had 850 overnight. Got about a half a dozen load lots to sell today, so we'd figure a run of somewhere in the 1,100 head range, which is kind of normal for this time of year. The market's taken a positive turn here the last 2 or 3 weeks. They were considerably higher last week, not just here and not just because of the grand opening. It carried on through the rest of the week at our other markets. Really solid trade on the yearling cattle and good demand on the calves as well. When we get into the real peak of the fall run, you always see a little depression in the calf prices just because of supply and demand. But it looks like we've got a pretty healthy market going into the fall.
For WBON TV, I'm Nolan Pettit.